Now, well, let's start. Hello, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
hello to you.
hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
I, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's my birthday today.
Yes, happy birthday, Marco.
Yeah,
Sing a
happy
song.
birthday
Sing a
to
song,
you.
please. You are a singer.
Happy
You're both. You're a
birthday.
singer.
How young are you now?
43.
Oh, you're a baby.
I am a baby.
You're still a baby.
I'm still a baby. Okay.
Listen,
Hey,
anybody under 50 is a kid.
yeah. I say that too. I say that too often. You know, because when I look back to the videos of the 80s, I see all these guys like teenagers from the 80s, and sometimes I don't realize that we are 30 or 40 years later now. So I see still these kids like you and all the 80s musicians I still see as kids while they are 20 years older than me.
Yeah.
you know
Well,
yeah.
I can say for myself, I'm very happy to and proud to say I am 56 years old.
Yeah, because you saw things a guy from 15 didn't saw.
That's
If
right.
you think you are too old to rock and roll, then you are.
Yeah,
So,
true.
You are, yeah. It's as simple as that. Yeah, but I'll
oh, that
never
was
stop. I'll never
Lemmy.
stop
That
being
was
an
Lemmy
entertainer.
who said it.
Hey guys,
Yes.
Marco.
let's I would like to introduce both of you guys. Torsten from Germany, hello, and Bob from the US, hello,
That's hello. How are you?
and Marco from Tillywood, the Netherlands,
Hello,
hello.
Marco.
Yes, Marco.
Uh, put the scrobbler on the table. We get start.
All right,
Okay,
let's go.
okay,
Ask me what you want to know.
okay, guys. You're a true heavy power metal band from Germany with an American singer. How
Yes.
did this happen?
Torsten and I were friends. We met what 20 years ago,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
About that, and it just spawned out of friendship. It wasn't really planned; it just happened. Back in 2008, 2009, we did a single together. And then Torsten decided to want to go with a German singer, which was fine because I think it
Yeah.
would have worked out better anyway for them, being that they're all right there. So I went on to do other things, and then I put out records with other bands, and then kind of came full circle back to Torsten, and he wanted to do a project, and I said, well, this should be Sceptor. He wanted to call it another name, and I says, no, let's continue as Sceptor, and here we are now. So
Whoa.
we're just about done with the album. I have 4 more songs to do,
Yeah.
and then the album is finished. And then, we'll start mixing it, mastering it. And I think I'm going to say probably August, the
Mm.
record will come out. So,
And I gonna guess. I I think it will be released by Pure Steel, right?
yes. Yes,
Okay.
it will be. Yes, it
Look at this.
I was just I thought maybe it would be Pure
will.
Steel, but I'm right. Seems
Pure
I'm
Steel
right.
Records, yes. Pure Steel Records is the record label that I work for. So,
Yeah.
it's why not? I mean, I could have gone to another label to put it out, um, but for me personally, I'm not a self-serving kind of guy. I didn't get the job with Pure Steel to put my own records out. It's to help other bands. But I think Scepter is special. And so I said, we're going to bring this to Pure Steel, but that would be the only thing that I'm a part of that'll be on Pure Steel. If there's other bands that I'm doing, it won't be on Pure Steel. It'll be on the label that particular band would want. Because again, I didn't join Pure Steel so I can put my stuff out. For me, that's self-serving and it's not right. It's not fair to the other bands that want a chance. So that's what I'm just doing Scepter with Pure Steel.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, well, cool. Cool to know.
Yep.
Uh, Well, a little bit. We already spoke about that you are friends for 20 years now.
Yep.
But is there a little bit you can tell me more about how Sceptor was formed, and was Bob there since the beginning? No, you told me just something like, well, breakthrough. Tell me about that early start and this beginning of Sceptor, how it was all starting.
I was thinking about a new band when I moved to southern Germany. I
Yeah.
once lived in northern Germany, where we had a band which was called Richer Steel, and
No.
then Titan Steel. We had a gig on the Headbangers Open Air, and that was the place where we met Bob. So after the gig, we had a after show in Hamburg, I think. Yeah,
Yes.
Yep. It was Hamburg. Yeah. And Sasha, our singer or vocalist at this time, he had birthday. So Bob is a good friend to Sasha, and we were talking. What can we do? What can we do to give him a present to show him some love?
Yeah.
And Bob and me were discussing about some songs, and then we came up with Sabotage Sirens. In the middle of the show, Bob came on stage, and we performed Sirens of Sabotage, and they both had a duet, and they sang together, and it was just like a blast, right? And now, since that day, Bob and me we're still in contact. Maybe some month not, maybe a year, 2 year, and then, as I told, I moved to southern Germany after the split up, and I got a new job and something like that. By the way, I met Nathalie there. You all know her.
Old friend of mine.
Yes, old friend, and she was living in southern Germany. So that was the main reason. Yeah. So, and I was in need in another band. So I just was, and I thought to myself, well, just name it Scepter.
Yeah, cool name.
Um, and I thought Scepter is the right name. You can do everything. You can do power metal, you can do heavy metal, you can do maybe blues or something like that. But yeah, and those are these influences you can hear on all our songs. Yes, there are many influences, and I think that's the name stands for. Yeah.
Yeah, this album has a lot of more traditional heavy rock cross from metal influence, like Sabotage and some Accept, Judas Priest, and vocally it's in that vein. I try not to overdo it anymore. I don't really sing as a power metal singer like I used to. It was time for me to evolve and change, and I've been allowed to do that over the years. And now with this Scepter record is very, my vocals are very eclectic on the record. There are some, I guess, a nod to my past where I'll hit a high note here and there, but it won't for the entire song, because I can't do that anymore. And I don't want to cheat the audience.
So, no Milli Vanilli. No Milli Vanilli.
No, never. So
No.
I evolved. I'm more of a singer now than I am a power metal, heavy metal singer. I'm just a singer, and it Torsten will tell you, it translated quite well to this record. So it's even with the single we have now, Powerhouse. There's really no high pitch,
what you used to do.
Yeah, like I used to. Well, when I did that stuff, I was 18. I was a kid. So, I mean, it's, Gillan doesn't even do Child in Time anymore. So it's like, I shouldn't be doing what I used to do. I should evolve and move forward. And and really channel the influences that made me want to be a singer to begin with. And so, now there's more singing on this record, but it's really
Yeah.
worked really good.
Cool.
So,
It's very melodic. It's very, yeah. There are so much feelings now in it. I was a bit afraid when I asked Bob to sing on the record, because I had some ideas in my mind. I knew he can sing high-pitched vocals, and then he told me, well, I still can hit those notes, but I do it anymore. And now you say it's maybe
Yeah.
it's a bit of training, but and then I sent him the songs. I believed him. I believed him to sing great, and I trusted him, and that was the key. Just to trust
yep.
a person you saw 20 years ago, maybe more, and then start something new again. And I mean, and this, by the way, that was the reason why I began to watch out and look for some new band members. I only took those members who I can trust.
Right.
It was, and that I think that's the cornerstone. It's basically that, where the band is. That's the band. Trust.
I think what he's alluding to is the fact that the band members we have now, this version of Scepter, everybody is like-minded musically. We all basically like the same thing, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
The eclectic part helps a lot. My singing is something that I've always done, but I always sang in a high pitch, screams and all that, because that's what you were supposed to do in metal. And I'm like, high pitched singing does not evoke emotion. It doesn't evoke selling the lyric. With this album that I'm doing now with Scepter, I'm selling the lyrics. What I'm singing to you, hopefully, will come across as believable, because I'm selling the lyric now. I'm selling the emotion, but I still keep the rock metal influence without overdoing it.
Okay.
And
it fits perfectly, I think. It's
I mean,
Hey,
I don't think a singer should ever outdo the musician, because there's musical parts on this album that I was going to sing over, and then I'm like, you know what? That riff is too strong to put a vocal over. That riff can stand by itself, and it could lend itself live to an audience that I don't need to sing over it. And it's worked out really, really well. So I'm very happy with this record. And it's a new chapter for me as a singer. It's a new chapter for Scepter, certainly, going forward, because we're already doing the next record. And this one's not even finished yet.
oh.
So musically, the direction we're going, and me as a singer, I can finally relax. I don't have to worry about, oh my God, I got to sing in a high-pitched voice for 2 hours. It's not like that anymore.
It was too intense. It became too intense for you.
Well, it's not only that. It's just not singing. I pride myself as a singer entertainer, not a metal vocalist. And I was told when I was doing interviews back in the 80s and 90s, don't tell people you like Dean Martin, because that's not metal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's what I like. Yeah, but you can't say that.
Fuck that.
So one day in a radio interview, I didn't care. I says, you know what? You know who I like? I like Dean Martin. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I love Dean Martin. I said, think about this. Motley Crue, David Lee Roth, all these bands, they come out on stage with big bottles, you know, a bottle of Jack Daniels or a bottle of beer or something like that. Well, if you want to think about it, the Rat Pack, which Dean Martin was in, they used to come out with a bar.
With a bar.
A bar. Now, you're going to tell me that's not metal? That's metal.
Yeah.
Okay. So to me, Dean Martin's metal, and the guys in the band at the time, they were like, "You can't say that." I said, "Well, I just did."
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I was always true to myself as an artist, but you know, now it's coming full circle where people embrace it now, and they think it's cool. Oh, he's a metal guy, but he likes Dean Martin. That's cool.
I like to continue with this because we spoke in before the recordings. We spoke about that, and
Yeah.
I'm 43 now, and well, I grew up in metal, and it was always metal
Yes.
till 15 years till 10 years ago. It was only metal for me, but
Right.
now I get 40 over 40, and I'm getting bright look further, you know, and now I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed to tell that I like some non-metal or rock, or I don't like this really really there are things I don't like, but in every style there will I'm sure that in every style there are good artists and musicians, and
Yes.
no matter there are even like Schlager singers, like Dutch Schlager singers who are good, you know, not many, but
Right.
there's in every style there are good artists in my opinion, and it's stupid to close your eyes for that. And when you get older and you have listened so many music over the years, you say, well, I don't care about my image anymore. Come on, let's be fair to us, to yourself. You know what? There's so many great music. Why I shouldn't listen to it? You know?
That's very true. Well, as far as image, I'm always concerned with mine. So that's
Yeah. But you still have your hair. I don't have my
yeah.
hair anymore.
I have to. I'm a rock singer, so I want to look the part.
Yeah, but you have lucky that you still have that hair, so you can do it. So that's great.
Thank God is right. Yeah.
But
But
I don't have it.
I'm true to metal. I love performing heavy metal, and I love being in a metal band. But it's also cool to really, you know, hey, look, I like this too. It's all right. You know, and you could look. A good friend of mine, Ross the Boss, said it best.
I had an interview with him 2 days ago.
There's two kinds of music, good and bad.
Yeah.
That's it. So, and that is so true. And so, great music is great music, and bad music, well, we all know where that goes. So,
About this whole poser thing, you know, what people say, poser did, poser that. I think a poser is someone who's not true to himself and just have a mask on. It has nothing to do with the style of music he listen. If
no,
you are true,
Yeah.
if you're a true new metalcore fan, you're no poser. But if you are a false true metal fan, if you say you like Attacker and Manila Road and you don't really like it, then you are a poser, you know. So you're a poser when you do something you're not you don't stand behind, and that's the right meaning of poser, and not the way you look or what you listen, I think.
I agree with that. A poser is someone who lies to himself and to others.
I think so too.
That's
Uh,
really it.
But we
about
aren't.
no, I think the like what you said, as an artist, it's very important to look metal on stage because it adds something to the show, it adds something
Sure
to the
does.
band, to the
Yes, yes.
pictures. But as a fan, you know, or a journalist, it's not the most important, you know. And of course, if I have my great leather jacket now, but if sometimes it's too cold to wear this, and then I wear something else, you know. I think the image is not everything. It's for passion and not for fashion, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
also,
yeah.
it's
That
also,
was the word. That was the
it's also
sentence.
your
Um,
attitude.
it's in your heart.
Yeah,
It's
Yes.
in your heart, in your mind, and yeah, and
yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
enough said.
Yeah.
And
So
I am metal through and through, but I got pajama pants on.
no, we don't see
Yeah,
it
I
on
saw
the
this.
camera. We
You
don't see it on the camera.
That's my coffee.
Cool. Hey guys, about your main influences. I like to know where lyrically and musically, who writes the lyrics and the music in Sceptor, and what is this concept of about the songs? You know, where are they dealing with?
I write the lyrics for
Yeah?
set. Yeah, I write them. What they are about,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't. And I'll explain that a little bit. When I write lyrics
Yeah.
for a song, okay, it's usually the mood of the music
Mm-hmm.
that I take from, not what's going on around in the world, because everybody knows what's going on. Okay. I'm an entertainer. My job is to help you forget what's going on.
That's a good thing.
So I honestly don't know what I write about. And here's the interesting point on that. Lyrics are, you interpret them in your own way, what they mean to you, the listener. So if I write a set of lyrics, I don't know what I'm writing, but it could mean something to you. It could mean something to Torsten. It could be something to all of you watching this right now. I never know. All I know is as long as there's melody and it fits according to the mood of the music. If the music is angry, I'll write angry lyrics, I guess. If it's more melodic, I'll write something more melodic. So it is really up to the listener to translate or interpret what it means to them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like someone asked John Lennon one time, "What's I Am the Walrus about?" And John just, with a puzzled look on his face, said, "I don't know, it's a bunch of gibberish." And that was his answer.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying what I'm writing is gibberish, although that was his way of saying things. I really don't know what I write about. All I know is that I always get good feedback on my lyrics. They say, "Oh, you write good lyrics, and we like we like the meaning of the song." And I'm like, "Oh, well, good. What does it mean to you?" And then they tell me, and I'm like, "Okay, well, then that's what it means." So
Okay.
I'm not very philosophical or psychological about lyrics because you drive yourself nuts when you do that. It's rock and roll, it's heavy metal, it's about having a good time and making sure that you have the right hook, a good chorus, a good start, and a good finish.
And then we are on the same level because I can listen to Christian bands, I can listen to satanic bands, I can listen to love songs, I can if the feeling is good, if the vibe is good, if it touch you, then it touch you. And well, some people say, why you can listen to Striper and you can also listen to Venom, and I say, yeah, because yeah,
the same to me. When I sit here down in my studio, I just plug in the guitar and start to playing along. Sometimes I got some riffs, and sometimes I just do play alongs, and yes, I do not know what's in the end.
Right.
I just, it's like when you're in the kitchen throwing something, throwing here, there.
like you bake an egg. You bake an egg. What can I do in it?
Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes not. But
if the
yeah, true.
kitchen doesn't burn down, then you did a good meal.
I like what you're saying about that. Yeah. Oh, there's too much chili on it. There's too less on it.
Sorry.
I think that's where Torsten and I are on the same mind frame. We just he writes the music, I come up with something, and then hopefully it'll come together. And it 9 times out of 10 it did. It just works. I think it's because we don't think about it. We don't labor over it. We just do it. And hopefully what what I do is I want to make sure that what I do in the studio, I can do live.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't want to cheat your audience. You know, you don't want to overdo it. I mean, I think we have some backing vocals, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll do them live, but it just adds to the flavor of the album, which makes it really
Oh, yeah.
nice.
We can surely do it live because Kalle,
Do
or
it live, great, yes.
Timo is the main singer of Bastard Nation, a local band here,
Right.
and me. So I think no,
It'll
we got to put
hold
back
itself
line.
live pretty well. It will.
Yeah.
But
And
like I said, we're not overdoing it so that it's so reliant
Yeah.
on backing vocals. Let's say, you know, one of the guys are sick and they can't sing it, then it's fine. Nobody does backing vocals tonight. I'll carry it. But we can do that, you know,
Yes.
because we're not overdoing it. We do backing vocals just to add dimension to the song. But
And when I'm going to record some new songs, I'm always keep that in mind, because our human ear, we are not able to get more than I wrote it somewhere. we cannot filter more than 6 or something new signals we get into the ears. Yes, our brain is not able to work with that.
right.
I keep that in mind when I go into record, but I try to, as Bob said, not too much tracks, only those who are important to carry the song and carry the feelings.
Right.
Maybe
yes.
I can do 60 tracks or more. It's all possible. I'm on
Yes.
Cubase here.
Yep.
It's all possible. I can do it, but I won't do it. Yes, I won't go to a maximum of 12 or 15 tracks.
Right. Right. Because
So
it takes
not
away from
more.
it takes away from the human condition as a band.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you want the band to be a band. You know, it's admirable that some bands go in and my God, the singer does all these things, and then you go see them live, and you're like, okay, what happened?
Yeah, you're disappointed at this.
Where's the rest of it? What happened? You know, so I try not to. Well, I don't do that. So.
And
We don't
guys,
need a live disappointment. We don't need
no.
that.
Is it
Right.
hard to practice for you guys? How you doing? How you do this?
No,
It's not-
no,
Because
because
he lives in America. You live in Germany. How you handle this?
well, here's how we do that. Here at home, I rehearse the album.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I go in the studio, I'm well rehearsed. So my sessions are an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and I'm done. And so that's going to lend itself to rehearsing with the band. Now, the band, I know they're going to rehearse together and they can all sing. So me not being there is not a problem because they could guide themselves vocally so that when I do get there to rehearse for them when we play out again, it'll fall right in place because I'm rehearsed here at home and they're rehearsed. And when you do it for as long as I have, I've been singing professionally since 1977. You can kind of just jump right in as long as the band's ready.
Yeah, just
Okay.
imagine it's like to do some cover songs. If we say let's do Bon Jovi, or let's do Tesla, or let's do Iron Maiden. Everybody is going to practice at home, then come together maybe 3 days or something and do the whole set. And we can always I can always bounce the voice of Bob out of my program, and we can play it live in the rehearsal room. So that's now we are very good. It's no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus,
And
these guys have been playing a long time too, so you know, when
No,
I go,
that's the-
it's going to be very smooth transition.
Yeah, that's the I think the times have changed much, and the digital thing is not bad.
Where we talked about
I
also
have to
before.
admit, I have to admit,
Where we
yes,
talked also about
it's
it
not bad
before.
always. Yeah.
But you know what's great, Marco? You know what's great? Because they've been playing so long, I've been playing so long. When we do get together as a band, there's no greater feeling than feeding off of your guys.
Yeah.
So they'll be well rehearsed. Well, we all will be. That when we do finally step in there, it's going to be it's going to be cool. And then when we go live in front of a crowd, it's going to be even better. So, yeah, I'm really excited about a lot of things for Scepter. Yeah, I really am.
Nice.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the next question is also a bit over is not needed, because I was the question like, is it working together with an American singer difficult, and how you settle things up together? We already spoke about it. It's not difficult, and it's easy to do, and it's you make it, and when the gigs are gonna happen again, you go make the crowd crazy, and the headbanging will start immediately.
Absolutely. Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's one thing I know we're going to be a great live band. We're going to have a
Yeah?
lot of fun and a lot of fun, and it's going to translate well to the audience. So
Is there some shows already settled? Some
No.
things?
No, we just have to keep awaiting which venue is still alive, which festival is still alive. It's very hard to say what. Yeah, I mean, this crisis is not over yet.
Not yet. I hope
And,
soon, but
but it allows us to create music. So, you
Yeah.
know, when we do get together, we'll have a strong album with us and maybe probably a follow-up. So,
so a
who
double
knows?
album, an old school double album, old school double album. That would be cool.
I don't know about double album, but we might spawn into a second.
But you can buy a double as a CD and a vinyl, so you have a double.
Yeah, then you have always good, more money for the band pot. Okay.
We'll probably be on our way to another record.
But the production costs are much more higher. I think it's you always have to put some money in, and you never get something back. You do it for your heart, you do it for the scene, you do it for heavy metal, and yes, for the music, as we discussed this.
Not for passion, not for passion, not for fashion.
Passion.
Right,
For
exactly.
fashion, not for fashion.
Yeah, true.
Title.
Yeah.
I think for self-worth too, and self-satisfaction, and say, hey, I did this. This is cool. So it's great. I love recording and performing and writing, and it's a great passion of mine. And I again, as I said earlier, I take pride in being an entertainer, and I also take pride in being in this band.
Yeah.
So people ask me a lot of times, for years, oh, so what do you do? And I used to say I'm a heavy metal singer, and they think the worst. They're like, oh, you're one of those. So
one of those.
Yeah, one of those, So now they ask me these days, what do you do? I'm an entertainer. And they go, oh, are you? I'm like, yes. Well, what do you do?
You work in a circus?
Oh, no, they asked, well, what do you do? I said, well, I sing in a band. Oh, really? What kind of music? Oh, hard rock. Oh, wow. Like Whitesnake? Oh, more like Judas Priest, heavy metal. Oh, okay. So you kind of ease them into it, and they don't have that bad connotation that, if you tell people you're a metal singer, they think the worst right away.
Yeah, maybe in America, but in Germany not, I think.
Oh, I know in Germany it's more respected.
Yeah.
As a cultural thing, as an art form. But in America, it's weird. So now I just say I'm an entertainer, and they're more accepting of it.
Cool.
Isn't that
Like,
strange? Where I can come to Germany and say I'm a metal singer, and they're like, "Yes, you are."
yeah.
It's totally different. So I kind of separate the two now, depending who I talk to.
Because that's the next question. Bob, it seems Germany is your second home base, right?
Oh, I love Germany. I love the people. I've had my greatest shows there. I met a great friend there in Torsten,
Mm-hmm.
and Andreas from Pure Steel
Yeah.
are my, yeah. And it's like I have extended family in Germany, and I know that if I bring my family there, we will not be lost. So I'm not worried about it. I love Germany and I can't wait to go back. Every time I've been there, they've been so good to me. And you can't forget kindness.
No. I
And
like
even,
Germany too.
yeah, the Netherlands also. I've played in Groningen and Hoorn and Amsterdam, and they've all been I love the Netherlands too. I played at Platform Theater
Theater.
in Groningen,
Yeah.
and had a great time up there. And it's beautiful there. People are so nice and very respectful of metal singers as artists, and quite different, quite different. So I'm very proud to have friends and extended family in Germany. So I can't wait to go back.
So you see many differences between the metal scene in the US and in Germany.
Yes, as I said, not only in Germany but Europe as a whole,
Hmm.
uh, heavy metal music is treated as a cultural art form. It is important that heavy metal is part of the establishment. Whereas in America, it's a trendy thing, it's a cutesy thing, and it's all this subgenres of the hair metal. Because they see a guy like me with all this hair, and they're like, "Oh, you look like you're in a hair metal band."
Really? They say that to you?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I've been called everything from Ozzy to Coverdale to the hair metal guy, and whereas in Europe and in Germany, I'm Bob Mitchell.
Yeah. As a person, as a human
Yes,
being, as an
as a,
individual.
as an individual, as an artist, as a man.
Cool.
Whereas here, oh, you're the Ozzy looking guy.
so don't cut your hair
No,
because
never.
because then you are in Germany and in Europe the bald guy.
Yeah.
No more Bob Mitchell. So
Uh, hey guys. Uh,
Yes.
uh, well, I also know you guys are active in several projects and bands, or were in bands
no,
projects. No, not you, but I know Bob is doing a lot over the years. Can you tell me a little bit more about your career and about your? I know about Attacker, about yeah,
oh,
a little bit about a little bit more about you, because yeah, I Torsten is my friend, but I ask you also to get involved, Bob, because you're actually a US metal legend here in Europe for us. So I like to know a little bit more about your product. I know, but the viewers maybe like to know more about you. Who's
Oh,
that American guy in Sceptor?
oh God. Well, where do I start? Well, first of all, thank you for that.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course.
I appreciate that. That means a lot to me personally. But I think the important thing here is it's not what I've done in my
No.
past. It's what led me to this. What led
Okay.
me to Scepter. Yeah, I've done a lot of great things, and I've done a lot of music that I'm very proud of, and I've released over the years. And I'm in another project now, but this is a Scepter interview, so I
Yeah.
just discuss Scepter.
Okay.
I'm very proud of my past, and it's my past that's led me to this opportunity,
Yeah.
and it is an opportunity. playing with this band. I never thought, it would happen again, and it's happened again. So I'm very proud of that. And again, it's not discrediting what I've done in my past. I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of albums. There's nothing really more to say about my past as far as music is concerned. Many of you in Europe have seen me perform live, so that speaks for itself. And I will continue to perform in that manner when I return with Sceptor. And I think that's what's important right now. Besides that, I'm not, my thing is I'm always afraid of sounding like I'm bragging.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that. Again, I'm proud of it, but I love what I'm doing right now. And I just want to talk more about Sceptor.
People go on Wikipedia and type your name and they see what you have done.
I mean, I know I'm on. I know one of my old bands is on Spotify.
Yes.
And yeah, you just look up Bob Mitchel on Bob Mitchel rock singer on Google, and there's a whole bunch of stuff on me. I've done a lot of things, and but some of the bands that I was with, we're not friends anymore, and there's no need. I mean, I don't hate them; they don't hate me. I hope.
Yeah.
So, I have a family that I'm proud of, and I'm in a band that I'm proud of now, and I have a great job that I do, and I'm very humbled by all the accolades that I get on my timeline on Facebook. It's nice. It's really nice. It's nice to know that something I did many years ago is still loved today, and that's what brought me here. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much. And if they look on your name, if they're really curious, they will find out themselves what you have done. So,
well, better yet, when I go to Europe, I always make time to talk to everybody. So,
okay, cool.
They are curious, right? They are curious right now. So
yeah, so they can search on the web and see what they check it out themselves. Okay, next question, because otherwise we keep in this long story, people can find it out themselves, I think.
Yeah, I think that, and I was raised to just be appreciative and be humble and don't talk too much about it, because then you sound like you're bragging. So.
Okay. Well, now next thing. Are you guys currently working on something new? This is something we already discussed about, but it's now in the next question. Because what can we expect after this pandemic? Maybe that's the thing we can discuss. What can we expect after this pandemic is a little bit over or completely over? Can we expect new tours in Europe? Gonna play Little Devil in my hometown. You're gonna play Sword Brothers from To Keep It True, whatever. Headbangers, please.
Yeah, we figured out some festivals. We just wrote some email stuff, and we got responses yet, but sometimes they were good, sometimes they were not so good. But I think it's a delay in right now, because all the festivals are going to give the bands from 2020 a chance to play in 2021.
Okay.
And I think it'll be hard. It'll be hard to get a free spot on some festivals, and we just have to keep waiting. We don't have another chance right now.
Okay.
Like every other human being out there, just keep waiting.
I think
that's the boring thing. Yes, I know, but
I think show business as as an entity has taken a severe hit with this. Not just the music Torsten and I perform, but all genres, all levels of performance have taken a hit, from the lounge singer to the big touring act. We've all taken a bad hit. And as far as performing, as much as we want to do it, it'll probably happen in 2022. But that's okay, because, you know, Sceptor is going to move forward. We're going to release an album and work on the next one. That way, by the time we do come out, we'll have some good, strong music that'll support a live show, and we can get out there and do what we do best. Okay. But right now, it's hard. But, you know, you know what? My grandfather said one time, if it's easy, it's not worth doing.
Yeah.
So we.
But just to mention, we are really lucky, yes, because we are able to do so much things online.
Yes.
And we are not pushed to play music in a rehearsal room. So every person here in our band is able to play and record into his computer or in his studio, and so it's very cool.
It is. It's great. There's no pressure. There's no deadlines, and being that, you know, our album's coming out on Pure Steel, and I work for the label, so they're not pushing me to finish it. So it's great, and we can take our time and put out a real good quality album for everybody to enjoy.
But
I'm curious.
Just to keep the pressure high, it's like we say in August, or maybe in May is the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything goes to Robert Romagna, to Audiostahl, to finish the mix. It's for our minds to keep on straight going.
Yeah, you have a goal to work towards, but it's not must. It's not life or death, but you have something to work towards. To complete. And so, we will do that, and you'll see a release by August for sure.
I'm going to an end because I have a few more questions, but we are talking in nearly an hour, and we need it's cool, and I like to talk hours and hours, but I learned that the viewers, we have to make a little bit of a like a schedule, like not too long, not too short, whatever. Like the next question, I have a question for you both. I made it for you both because I thought it's cool to trade. Like Bob have to tell me 3 German metal records he loves, and Torsten have to tell me 3 US metal records he loves.
Oh.
For me, you want to start, Torsten? You want to go first? You go first.
Yeah, I can do it. I just sat down and thinking to myself that my 3 famous US metal recordings ever are the first Gothic Knights album, I really love. Then the Nightcrawler, which isn't really an album, the War Torn, it's maybe an EP, but I like the sound. I like the guitar sound and the drum sound. And then, the last album was very hard to discuss with me. It was maybe from Sabotage or Sabotage.
Or another Sabotage.
Or another Sabotage. So I ended up with Hall of the Mountain King. I played guitar along so many times and learned so much from Chris Oliva's guitar playing and tone, and I think I have to say this album works for me best.
Thank you.
So
Next.
let's see. For me, my top 3 German albums.
Yes.
Okay. Virgin Killers, Scorpions, Breaker, and Restless and Wild.
Okay, from Accept.
Yes, 3 of the greatest German records ever.
Okay.
Ever.
I think it was cool. You German, you US. I think, yeah. Okay, and the last thing I know, Torsten is married now to an very old friend. Very old friend. She's not that old like me, but to an old friend of mine, because I know Natalie before I met Torsten. Because Natalie was about 20 years, 25 years ago. She was a friend of mine. She was one of my first German friends, actually, and now she's married to Torsten. That's very cool.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah,
It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah, that we meet
Great.
Natalie. That Natalie and me met each other again through her new boyfriend. Blah blah blah. And yeah, her husband now. So I know their situation a little bit. They are married recently, not that long ago. I know you have 3 beautiful kids and a beautiful wife. See always on the Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. How old
That's
are your
right.
kids? How old are your
Oh,
kids?
my goodness. Well, I have 4 total. I have my
Yeah.
oldest son. My oldest son will be 30 years old this year.
Okay.
And then I have my 24-year-old daughter who lives in Texas with her son, with my son-in-law, and he's in the Air Force here in America.
Yeah.
And then I have my little ones. I have my little
Yeah, I know.
who's 12, and
Mhm.
Dimitri, who is 11.
Okay.
And my wife is, everyone who meets my wife, they love my wife.
Oh.
She's a good woman. She's nice. She's approachable. Um, there's nothing fake about her, and she is the absolute best mother and a great wife. I still call her my girlfriend because
Okay.
it doesn't feel like she's my wife. She's my girlfriend. She's so cool. She's a chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I call her girlfriend, and she's mama to everybody.
Mhm.
She, Marco, I hope you meet her.
I hope
She's
so too.
a wonderful woman, and I know Mama and Nathan will get along just beautifully. And she's just that kind of person. And being with her, um, my fans will be appreciative of this. Because of her, I continued to sing because there was a point I didn't want to sing anymore. And my wife said to me, she says, well, you can stop singing, but then I'll only have with me half the man I fell in love with.
Okay, that's a cool thing.
So you have to sing, and your children want you to sing. So I continue singing to this day.
Cool. Because I know your son has long hair,
Yes.
and yeah, he looks like you a little bit in little Bob, little Bob.
Both my sons have long hair.
Yeah, and
So,
do they like also heavy music? Are they
yes,
into? Yeah.
yes, they do. My oldest son, his favorite band is Rammstein.
Okay. German
And
band.
yeah,
The German connection in your family is a little bit
yeah,
like even with the kids.
we love Rammstein. And my little guy, Dimitri, he
Yeah.
he loves Alice Cooper.
Okay.
He loves Ozzy, Twisted Sister,
Nice.
loves Judas Priest, and of course, Daddy.
Okay. He's fan of you. He's
Yeah,
fan of his father.
yeah. He also
You are.
likes other bands. He loves Weapon UK, uh,
Oh.
Clovenhoof. He's a big fan of, and Clovenhoof stayed in my house.
Oh,
So
nice.
he got to hang out with Clovenhoof in our home. So he loves Clovenhoof. He's always singing "Reach for the Sky" around the house.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's really awesome.
Great kid.
Yes,
I see.
and my two daughters are just exceptional. They're virtuous and beautiful, just like their mother. So
Oh.
very proud father, and I go in that order: father, husband, entertainer, record label consultant.
About your kids, something else about your kids, about their musical. What do you say? Uh, shit. About this. Fuck. I forgot. I have to quit. Now I have to quit. Scott, dit is even, moet er even uit, want I had a question, but I forgot. I want to ask you about this kid. Now I know. Scott, vanaf hier trek weer verder. Bob, we talked about your kids and about
Yes.
Twisted Sister from your
Yes.
son.
Yes.
Did you see the series on Netflix, Cobra Kai?
Oh yes, he loves Cobra Kai.
Yeah, with
He
Twisted Sister,
loves
you know that? With Twisted
Yes.
Sister, yeah,
Dee Snider's in it, but
yeah, true.
he knew about that way before Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Oh, way before. His favorite song actually is "You Can't Stop Rock and Roll."
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my
it's a
son's
fact.
favorite
It's a
song.
fact. It's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah, yeah. He loves Twisted Sister and Alice, and he's into Rammstein a little bit. My older son turned him on to Rammstein, and my little son, he saw Rammstein. I had a tour down in Texas. I was playing, and then my family went to go see Rammstein on the other side of Texas, up North Texas, and my little guy went, and they were just like, oh my God, this band is amazing with fire and all this other stuff. When you're at that time, he was 5, 6 years old, so a big fire show is big to him. So, and then I took him to see Kiss.
Oh, okay.
Kiss is his #1 favorite band.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we go to the final questions. It's not a real question. I just want to ask you your from both of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I eat too much. I have my birthday and we did Indonesian food, so I eat a little bit too much. That's why I'm burping the whole time.
So, right.
Guys, please tell me some last words. I like to hear from both of you your last words for this interview.
All right. Torsten, you first, brother.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to having us here on the interview.
Yeah.
In your channel. It's very important for a band like us. We always appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I think I speak for Bob and me.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes. And what can I say? I hope all our fans out there will like the songs and will like the album. We spent many times in the studio, many time to tweak the amps. I just bought a new amp to get a cool guitar sound, which I try to tweak it a little bit like Bob's vocal sound. So it might be an overall thing, and yeah, it fits, I think. No, I thank you for all your comments on Facebook, which you always do. Thank you for your likes. It's very important in these times. A band is going, or a band is feeling reaction from the fans, because we cannot do it live. We right. So thank you for all.
Do you thought about the live streaming someday?
Yeah, no, we're a live band. We need an audience, especially myself. I self-admittedly say to all of you, I am a ham. I need to be in front of an audience. So, but yeah, no, I don't think we'll do that live streaming sort of thing. We need to be in front of a crowd.
En ieder braadworst. and some braatkartoffel and some
Yes.
big bottles of German beer and snaps and enjoying the beautiful pubs in Germany and the beautiful food and beautiful country where, I love Germany too. Like it's especially where the area where you live, Torsten, it's a great area. The Rupert is great.
But it's
don't
not
get me wrong.
Bavaria. It's not
No,
Bavaria you're talking
but
about.
no, I
But
I
I like
thought.
Bavaria too. And I just have to admit, I like the Netherlands.
Mm,
You can't believe. I just maybe I'm a windsurfer too,
yeah.
and I'm in the Netherlands very often, and I try to started to learn some Dutch vocabulary, and yes, it's not easy because
For me,
they
it's
they
easy.
yeah, but you always figure out that I'm from from Germany, and then
For my niece speaks. My
and then
niece of
you
2 years
answer,
old speak Dutch.
yeah, and then you answer in German. That's not fair.
My niece from 2 years old speaks better German than you. What's that? Dutch.
Well,
Dutch.
no,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no,
Let's. Okay.
no,
Hey,
that's oh man.
you speak a little bit German, Bob.
No, I do not actually, but I do understand some of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
when the band is gossiping about you, like, oh, this Bob, blah 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 blah, they say, what are you saying about me?
oh, it wouldn't be any different than here in America.
Uh, but he understands everything you say, probably. Hey guys, it was a real pleasure to talk to you. And
thank you, Mark. This has been great. Thank you for having us. And
Yeah.
you,
By the way,
yes, go ahead, Torsten.
yeah.
by the way, it was the first time Bob and me
Yes.
were doing an interview. So just to mention, the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, this is our first interview together, so this is cool. See, the chemistry is natural.
Yeah, I already was a little bit like the first time with 3 guys, and I was like, how are we gonna manage this? But it worked out. But we are too much friends to have a good conversation because it's getting too funny and too spontaneous, and maybe the viewers like. But it's gonna be we can talk the whole night, and there will be a video of like 10 hours.
I
like,
tell you what. When the album's finished with your production, we'd like to come back.
And when the album is out and the next show, I probably, my friend Christian Ernsting will book them in Lunen or something. I think he will. Christian, you will do it. Yeah.
That's
anyway.
Awesome.
If Christian do that, or Oliver, or whatever, who's gonna book you in the Netherlands or Germany or whatever, we're gonna hang out, and we will do a new interview. But then with beers on the table and snaps on the table, and and Natalie have to make some bratwurst for us and some currywurst and
yeah, well, it won't be
some
much. I'll tell you that.
Sorry. Oh yeah, and in Holland you have to eat frikandels and croquettes, of course.
I like them.
Okay.
But whatever works, I'm good for it.
We need to do that next interview, and not on Skype, but in real life. That will be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our wish for the future. Yes.
Well, last thing I like to say, the interview will be online in a few weeks because there will be a few previous interviews. For example, with Ross the Boss, I did last week. So so that he's first, and then some other. But stay tuned. I will tell you when it's online, and then I hope you can share it as well to your viewers and your fans, and put it on your website, or Facebook, whatever. And then I keep you up to date, guys.
Thank you, Marco. I really appreciate you and everyone back home in Germany and in the Netherlands. I can't wait to see you all again.
Well, we are so close. We're so close to each other.
Mark, thank you. I love you guys.
Oh, Mark says hello to you guys.
Mark, thank you again for that beautiful post.
Wait, I show you. Wait,
where is he? There he is.
That's it, lying.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Heavy metal forever.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Feel the rush of power.